You want me to open it? You want to open it?
I'll just open it. Fuck it. Once it's really like a where am I again? How do we do this?
Where am I? Who am I?
Yeah, who
Why
are
am I?
we as a show? Ladies and gentlemen, if you're gonna do one thing, you need to level up. We are back. This is Save Before Quitting News. We are back from the abyss.
We were on vacation.
You can call it that. Yeah, I guess so.
I've had a sabbatical or two.
Chris is back from his honeymoon,
Yeah.
so to speak.
So to speak.
And we're back as a collective, as a show, as a family. If you haven't been here before, I go by the name of Ant, and that lovely young man who is here with me is.
I'm Chris. I didn't know you were going to say it. So you were like,
you got your cue in time.
I'm Chris.
He's Chris.
I'm
If you
Chris.
didn't know, that's Chris. I'm Ant. This is Save Before Quitting. The show is Save Before Quitting News that you are watching right now, where we break down this week's hottest headlines in gaming. Hot.
Yeah.
Summertime is hot.
Dude, it's way too hot out. It's fucking awful.
Yeah, I feel like I've died a couple times. outside.
Genuinely, it feels that way.
Lost a piece of myself. As always, save letter B number 4 quitting on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. That is TITTY. That is Titty. Shout out to the Titty Gang.
Titty.
If you're part of the Titty Gang, you already know what it is. If you would like to be a part of the Titty Gang, you can join up on our Discord, on any of the social platforms that I just named. Thank you. Genuinely thank you, because I was tripping all over my words, and that was a nice little break.
Yeah, you find your center again.
Yeah, I needed that. The soft, gooey center. I don't know. Save before quitting, all the way spelled out, at gmail.com if you would like to send us an email. savebeforequitting.com, all the way spelled out, if you want to get some dope ass merch and find links to all of the other things that we do. Merch such as the shirt the beautiful Chris is wearing, which you can see right here.
It's really nice and comfortable, and Streamlabs does a really good job.
They do. They
Hashtag
do.
Give us more money, please.
Hell of a hashtag, but a true one.
Not you guys, Streamlabs specifically. You can give us money by buying the merch, but Streamlabs should give us more money for the merch. That's what I'm more so saying. Just for clarification.
Who would like to give us money,
you can also do that too.
give us money. And you can do that because we have a Patreon. Join the Patreon, where there is a segue, right?
That segue was good.
I didn't lose it. You know, you was on your honeymoon. I was in here trying to get segues down. I wasn't. Join the Patreon. There's other stuff and nonsense there. If you like this show or any of our shows, that is a more unhinged version of us, if there could be such a thing.
Oh, there is, for sure. There's some wild episodes on there.
Yeah, join the Patreon, join the Discord, join all the things on all the platforms that has save letter B number 4 quitting or save before quitting, always spelled out, on it. Chris, did I miss anything? Is there anything that people need to know before we dive into the headlines of the week?
I don't believe so, so I think we should definitely dive head first into this, because it has been a while since the last time we talked. And there's a decent bit that we have to get through, but there's a lot of little stuff. I don't think it's like any super heavy hitter, like great breaking news bullshit. So
I mean, there's some crazy shit.
There's some crazy shit, but there's nothing that's like, we missed this, oh god, we're fucked type situation. You know what I mean?
No, we didn't miss a whole lot.
Yeah.
The last thing we did was probably the biggest news video game news thing of the year outside of the Game Awards, which was Summer Games Fest. And if you would like to see us cover Summer Games Fest as a whole, that VOD is out there. It should be on YouTube.
It's fully on YouTube. Go check that out.
Go check that out. But
Yeah,
it wasn't some crazy news that happened today, so we will be getting
oh,
to that.
I haven't
But
seen that yet, so I'll be live reacting, as we say in the business. But starting off the news, something that is pretty damn cool. If you're ever watched any of the streams where I do solo, I grabbed my old disc version of this game and I was playing this on stream for a while. But it is now coming to Steam on July 8th, Backyard Baseball 2001. If you don't know which version of the game that is the version that has 28 of the 31 MLB players that will be returning, including Ken Griffey Jr., Frank Thomas, I don't know, I said Thomas, and Barry Bonds will not return.
we forgot how to talk when we were golf.
Words are hard. Those are the three that aren't like returning to the game, which is kind of goofy because I don't know. It's not like Barry Bonds was doing steroids as a child, so like I feel like we could probably keep him in the game. It's fine, but I digress. I have that version. If I ever want to have Barry Bonds on my team, we can do that on stream again. But that'll be coming soon to Steam. I'll probably pick it up, most likely, do another Backyard Baseball stream. I have heard clamoring of the fact that I have lost the Coach Kingley persona.
Damn.
Maybe I need to, I gotta get like a outfit. Like a
Coach outfit.
like a little league dad with like a fucking visor hat and like shitty sunglasses, like Oakley's.
You gotta have on
a whistle.
You gotta have a whistle. You gotta have like it's almost like a fake ass umpire shirt, like kind of like you work at Foot Locker, but just the shirt, and your shorts are like, since you're a dad, they're like almost
like 5-inch inseams.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then like some slip-on shoes or something, like some slippers.
Honestly, I should make a Coach Kingley jersey for the store.
Perfect.
And then just buy that.
Wear it.
Yeah, I'll just buy that shit, and I'll just wear it the entire time I stream, and be like, it's hashtag ad. Go buy this shirt right now. But yeah, that'll be coming out soon, July 8th. So pretty goddamn soon, right after the 4th baseball season. Gotta love it. What do we got up next? Starting off with the dump in our Discord, which you could see if you were there. Go check out our Discord. Links in the description. You can join up. It's fucking free and it's great.
Please do. We welcome you.
Yeah.
This is where it gets heavy. Okay. There was massive layoffs across Xbox and Microsoft Gaming. Massive. I think it was like thousands.
Huge, by the way.
People being laid off. One of the biggest stories that come out of this was Xbox has canceled the reboot of Perfect Dark and is shutting down Initiative Studios, and Rare's Everwild has been canceled. So there was a quote put out by Matt Booty. Hard to say his name and not smile. Let me see. A source close to the situation has told Variety that every game featured at Xbox Game Showcase presentation in June is still continuing on. But based on what I just said about the layoffs, this was the message to staff. We have made the decision to stop development, or outward to the public. We have made the decision to stop development of Perfect Dark and Everwild, as well as wind down several unannounced projects across our portfolio. As part of this, we are closing one of our studios, The Initiative. These decisions, along with other changes across our teams, reflect a broader effort to adjust priorities and focus resources to set up our teams for greater success within a changing industry landscape. Man, that was like word soup. We did not make these choices lightly, as each project and team represent years of effort, imagination, and commitment. Our overall portfolio strategy is unchanged. Build games that excite our players, continue to grow our biggest franchises, and create new stories, worlds, and characters. We have more than 40 projects in active development, continued momentum on titles shipping this fall, and a strong slate headed into 2026. For those directly affected, we are working closely with HR and studio leadership to provide support, including severance, career transition assistance, and where possible, opportunities to explore roles on other teams. To everyone across our studios, thank you. Your creativity and resilience continue to define who we are. I believe in strength of our teams and the direction we're taking on the path ahead. Yeah. Soon, right after that, I might as well just keep rolling on. Phil Spencer allegedly has announced that he's retiring after the next gen console launch. Sorry, we can't talk today.
Leech launch.
But, yeah. So
interesting.
That was a lot. Perfect Dark being canceled didn't surprise me because that was announced at the beginning of the generation and there was one other trailer outside of the premiere one, and we heard there was troubles behind the scenes with that game. I really feel bad. While I'm like, damn, no Perfect Dark, I really feel bad for the studio, the initiative.
Yeah,
because they were toting them as they're going to be like their big boy studio, like they called it their quadruple A studio that was working on this. So that sucks for them and everybody affected by these layoffs. Especially Rare as well. Rare, for people who don't know, they were picked up by Microsoft during the 360 era. People know them most notably for doing work with Nintendo on all those 64 games. So Donkey Kong 64, Diddy Kong Racing, Banjo-Kazooie, that era, Rare. And Perfect Dark, the original Perfect Dark. And GoldenEye, like those back in the day. So there was I apologize, the name's escaping me, but one of the people who were with Rare since its inception, they said for like 35 years, after these layoffs were announced, he just left. He quit Rare. And I was like, that sucks. Somebody who was with Rare all that time. Yeah. And I don't know. I said it a while ago, even though I was excited for what Rare could do, they haven't done what I expected from Rare. Like, I feel like we've never shouldn't have gone this far and not gotten Banjo-Kazooie again. Like, it doesn't make sense with how popular that was. I was excited for Perfect Dark. It looked amazing. But I would love tomorrow to read a headline that says they're no longer with Microsoft and then like Nintendo takes them back. I would love to see that marriage again. That would be awesome because they worked so well together.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I've said a lot of shit. How do you feel? What do you think?
I mean, it's always awful seeing like layoffs happen. Like I feel like it's weird. It feels like almost every other news video we do, it's like, well, there's been another set of layoffs from another company, and like it's just like every single other time, it's just always shitty. Because these are just people losing jobs that have been working their fucking asses off on all this shit for so long. Like, obviously, Perfect Dark has been worked on since, you said when? Since the launch of this console in this generation?
Launch of this generation.
So, there's a lot there. There's got to be a lot there. That's 5 years worth of game that just exists now that will just never come out or see the light of day, which is insane to think about more so. Yeah. Like, that it's like... That's so much to throw away, you know? Like, I don't know. It's unless it was just really like not going the direction that they wanted it to, which I can't really see how after 5 years of development you're not getting anywhere close to like being able to release a game. That's kind of crazy to me.
They said it was in development hell, and then I think was it IDOS or Digital Eclipse? Somebody correct me when you watch this. Somebody jumped on to help the initiative with Perfect Dark after a while. But everything we've heard about it was like, it's not in good shape behind the scenes. They're losing this. People were leaving. New people were being put in. And I think this is just the result of all of that.
Yeah.
And they just showed us a new trailer for this last year. So everybody was excited. Like, okay, it's actually, and it looked really impressive.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Even Everwild, like I just looked up some screenshots of it and stuff. Obviously, ironically, since it's been canceled, the only like pictures and headlines that are showing up are like articles based around the cancellation. But like, I don't even remember seeing this, if I'm being completely transparent. But it's disappointing to see because it looks interesting, or it looked interesting, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I joke and I say things like Xbox ain't got games, and I meme about it, and because it's just funny. It's just funny to do, you know. But
You wasn't the only one.
But it's just like you keep seeing stuff like this happen, and I don't want to say that they haven't had many wins, but they haven't had many wins, man. Besides going third party and like moving their stuff to other consoles and like that actually being a benefit for them, it's really weird to see, you know, all of this shit happening. I don't know.
Yeah, and again, like even I think the headline I have right under that, under the one about Perfect Dark, Xbox next gen console plans not impacted by Microsoft layoff, which is like,
I don't even understand why we're doing that.
Let's get to that. Let's get to that. Here, I'll let you read this one. Scroll down to the one from the tweet, TCMF Games.
Oh yeah. So from TCMF Games, this was posted end of April, I guess. PlayStation 6 and next gen PSP both are currently in development per reports. PS6 chip goes into first tape out later this year per reports. Next gen PSP first chip tape out early 2026 indicates release dates could be close to each other. Current reports state that potential 2027 launch for the PS6, which is Jesus Christ. Recent rumors mention the possibility of the next gen PSP playing PS5 games without patches, but possibly worse performance. PS5 Pro, PS5 themes, and PlayStation. Yeah, I guess.
I only asked you to read that because right off of the Xbox thing about how they're next gen, and I'm like, that leads us back to where we always end up, and that's like, why? Like, is it necessary?
We're not there yet. We're not there necessary at all.
At all, we're not there yet at all. Who's like? Usually when we hear this, you know, everybody starts like getting excited, like, oh shit, and this might be the first time ever for me where they announced the new ones are coming and I'm just like, no, I don't like, no. Yeah. This generation feels like a myth.
True.
Like we for everything that we've gotten, they might as well just let PS4 be here this whole time and launch PS5 with what's the big thing? Grand Theft Auto 6 that's coming out.
It'll never come out. I don't believe it. Not with the state of the world, to be honest.
Actually, yeah, you never know.
Everything's gonna happen before GTA 6. You know,
everything is happening before GTA 6.
PS6 is happening before GTA 6, as far as we're concerned. I don't care.
Yeah. Who knows?
It's just wild to me to see like that we're going into next gen, and it's like there's not been a singular game where I could just point to it and be like, this is the PS5 game. You know? Like, this is the game you gotta play on PS5. Even Spider-Man 2. I'm still like, that was just prettier PS1, or not PS1, PS4 Spider-Man. I mean, it's obviously better than PS1 Spider-Man.
Definitely prettier PS1.
Definitely prettier than that. But it holds my heart. That being said, kid mode. Kid mode. Big mode be crazy.
I know.
You're just fucking huge Spider-Man. Anyway, but it's just, it doesn't feel like we've gotten anything. Like, we obviously have not console exclusive, but like this gen exclusives. Like, we started off with PS5 with Astrobot, the tester that came with the console. We had Returnal off the RIP and Ratchet and Clank. So those were at least like made for the PS5 more or less. And then Spider-Man 2, I think you could still play that on PS4 for a bit, right? Or am I wrong about that? That was not released on PS4. Spider-Man 2. Was that released?
Spider-Man 2, I think, is only on PS5 and PC. Did it come?
Yeah, it's on PC. I mean, if it's not, it's coming soon, most likely, just because of the way that they're doing their shit. Like, even like those 4 games, I feel like it's not enough. It's not enough.
No.
And like the remasters that they've done still, like, that's not enough either.
Everything else also came to PS4.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. Like you said, there's no definitive thing.
Mhm.
As soon as I wanted to say God of War, I'm like, no, that also came out on PS4.
Bug snacks.
That wasn't on PS4.
No, I think that's a PS5 thing. I could be
No,
wrong.
I got that.
I think that's it was a PS5 game. Yeah, Bug snacks. Bug snacks. It's on Steam.
Buy Bug Snacks. This is from PlayStation. Buy Bug Snacks on PS4 and
Shit.
PS5.
Okay, I was wrong. I just wanted to pull some crazy shit out of my ass, but I don't know. It's just crazy to me, like how the industry is trying to take these steps forward when they haven't even, like, they're missing so many steps in between. Like, you know, like it's like those motherfuckers who do like 2-3 steps at a time when they're going up the steps. Like, fucking take your time, dude. You're gonna trip.
Yeah.
You're gonna trip and fall, and then you're gonna look like a fucking fool. You know. It's
Like,
really a stupid metaphor, but hey,
I understand it though, and it's to the point where like they're going so quickly. Like, we got the PS5 Pro, and no one's talking about that, or it's like, because now they've already stepped on that with, oh, PS6 is coming. So if we weren't in the know like we are, and I'm just Joe Schmo who likes video games, and I just I only know about it through advertisements and stuff. And let's say I got a PlayStation 5, and then I heard a PS5 Pro is coming out. I'm like, oh, I'll get that because, I want to future-proof myself, and, I don't know what's coming out. And then I go on social media, and then I see them like, yeah, we're preparing for the PS6. I'm pissed off. I'm like, wait. I just bought a PS5 and a PS5 Pro. I have, like you said, 4 games, and now you're telling me PS6 is coming?
I don't get it. I here's the thing, like, if they make a PS6, I don't think I wouldn't get it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I'm not saying, like, I feel like it's more so, like, I'm kind of in your boat when it comes with Nintendo, where it's like, you're the Nintendo guy, so you're getting the Nintendo Switch 2 day of launch, even though there's only technically, like, what, 1 to 2 games?
Mario Kart.
Mario Kart's the one thing that there is, and then Donkey Kong's right on the heels of it in less than a week, I think, or so. I forget.
Next Friday.
Yeah, next Friday. So at least there's like games that are made for that console coming very, very soon, With PS6, it's like, the only reason I'd buy it is because, like, I'm a Sony guy. Like, that's been my bread and butter ever since the PS2 and 3. Like, I've never owned an Xbox in my life. I don't plan on it, to be honest with you. I don't ever plan on switching. So
because everything is an Xbox now.
Everything's on PC. I have a really nice PC. I can play any game that I fucking want from Xbox on this shit. I'm never gonna need that. Which is ironic considering I have the Xbox Anniversary controller to use with this. So it's like, yeah, me and my Xbox Anniversary controller, but like fucking fake fan. But like, it's one of those things where it's like, I would just get it because I'm in the ecosystem more so than needing it or thinking it's useful or actually thinking it's a viable thing to put my money towards when it's probably definitely not. And I could get like 3 weeks worth of groceries or maybe 1.5 in today's climate.
I don't know more because the PS6 isn't going to be cheap. You can get more than 3 weeks of groceries.
Okay, maybe it's like rent for like two months. Maybe
it's probably like 2/5 of rent.
2/5. All right, maybe. I don't know, but it's weird. I don't understand why we're doing this in the gaming industry. It seems like the focus is going away from the games and more so towards the technology, and that's weird when it comes to consoles. And like it makes me more confident in the fact that I'm becoming more of a PC gamer, and the fact that I've like transitioned most of the games like that I play casually, like a Fortnite or a Rocket League or like like the free to play big boys. I'm transferring all of that over to PC because it's like I don't need to be on this PS. I've hardly touched my PS5 in the past like couple months. Like, I'm becoming you. My PS5 is just in sleep mode.
And if you haven't touched it, could you imagine the last time I touched my PS5?
Like, and that's I think the only thing that I've played on it is Cyberpunk. That's it. And like, that's not to say that I also have that on PC too. So like, I uninstalled 2-3 games from here that I'm not playing consistently. Guess who's getting Cyberpunk again?
Of
And
course.
they got mods here. That's the even. I haven't even played. I've played this game 7 times through with all the different endings that I can do, all that shit, different builds. But I've never played it with mods. I could start a whole new playthrough with mods, and then I'm gonna probably do another playthrough with mods and different mods, and this and that and this and that.
Mm-hmm.
The lid.
Now I get for like players who like we're obviously speaking from a privileged position, which I want to make sure that's clear to the listener or the viewer. Like, we have options. Like, I can play my Switch or my PC or my Steam Deck or my PS5 or my Xbox. Like, so if I'm thinking of the normal, like the kid growing up who has like, I gotta get one thing for Christmas and I have a PlayStation and that's what I have. I don't have a PC. I don't have an Xbox. I don't have a Switch. I have a PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm thinking about that kid, and so every game they're getting on PlayStation. So for that kid, I would say he's having the time of his life. But one thing I'm realizing, because I have a 9-year-old son, and I'm seeing like, you know, like little cousins and stuff play games, and you tell me about your like kids, you know, who play games. They're not even playing the blockbusters.
No,
they're playing Fortnite.
That's all
they're
it is.
Playing,
it's Fortnite, like, Roblox, and
all that type of shit. They're playing the free-to-play games. They're buying cards for Robux and like all that shit. It's a different gamer coming up, and I think the industry is having a hard time. And by the industry, I mean like Microsoft and Sony. They're having a hard time maintaining their position because games aren't being bought at the same clip anymore.
Oh no, not at all.
It's the graduated gamers like us now who are like, yeah, I want that AAA thing, like that that new Naughty Dog game coming out. Was it Intergalactic?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like that's for like our age ranges. Like,
for sure.
You're looking at that. No, it used to be growing up, a new game came out and everybody's like, oh, I'm gonna get that. Kids aren't worried about that game.
Yeah, I was in a GameStop today, and there was a kid checking out with his mom, and the kid was like, "Do you have any Italian brain rot games?" And I was like, "What the fuck does that mean?"
Right.
Like, and I think that was the moment where I was like, "I'm old, man," because one of the checkout women was like, "My kid talks about it all the time. Nope, those are only mobile games." And I'm like, those are real?
Those are things?
Like, what is Italian brain rot? What
I have no
fuck
idea
does that mean? I don't want to do the research to find out what that means.
I don't want that in my
fact that that's real, though. That's the thing that's... Like, I thought Skibbity Toilet was fucking crazy. There's toys on the shelf of that now, dude. Next to my fucking WWE men. My fucking John Cena's. There's a fucking dude in a toilet right next to him. Like, what is happening?
It is a different era.
I don't know.
Like, if I could take my son, for example, like, he just plays Roblox. That's it. Or if he actually, and he has an iPad for that. Mm-hmm. Or if he gets on my computer, like, but he's only getting on here to play Roblox. And go in the editor, and they're making their own game and making their own levels and shit.
Yeah.
Like, but he could care less about like the big titles. And I'm seeing that and I'm like, wow, that lets me know like gaming in the future is going to be very different. And now I'm not saying that's every single kid, obviously, but an overwhelming majority. Like, Fortnite is Fortnite for a reason.
Oh yeah.
Roblox is Roblox and where it is in the market for a reason. Out making more money than anything. There's outliers, of course. Like, Grand Theft Auto is always going to be an outlier. Call of Duty is always going to be an outlier. Nintendo as a whole, seeing as how they're more geared towards younger audiences, will always be an outlier, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
but like the common man or common kid who's playing games, they're not looking in the same direction that we used to look in growing up gaming.
It's because their attention span is so short.
Yeah, their attention span is so short because they're playing weird shit they're looking for Italian brain rot.
Oh man,
they're seeking out the brain rot.
Yeah, they are.
I don't know, man. Let me see. At 9, I was. What year was that? 95. At 9 years old, right?
I was born.
Welcome to the world. PS1 and N64 were coming out.
Mm-hmm.
And I was so hyped because PS1 they had like Resident Evil, Final Fantasy VII, Jet Moto, like all that shit. 64 was coming. Games. You don't even put the word good on it. 64, Mario 64, Mario Kart 64, GoldenEye, all that shit coming out. And obviously there was no free to play and there was nothing like that, and live games, but it's just a new audience for a new thing.
Yeah.
And we keep seeing these companies try with their live games. What was the game? That's a PS5 game that got completely taken off the market, hero shooter. Fuck. It's gonna bother me. I have to find it now.
The one that looked like boring. Starts with a C, maybe?
Yes.
Am I wrong?
No. You're right. Concord.
I got the C.
You did. You got the C.
That's all that fucking matters, because that's all that's gonna remain.
But you see them like they're attempting. Like, no, we gotta get into this live thing. We gotta get something that latches on to these kids' attention and that's not that deep. But they're not succeeding. Like they can't get a first party one to really
look at Multiverses. Fucking dead. Fucking dead, dude. They were like, here's a free fighting game. You don't have a Switch to do Smash Brothers or whatever the other one is, Brawlhalla or some other shit. Here you go. Here's your platform fighter. Dead.
And PS5 had a couple out the gate. The fake ass Twisted Metal. What was that shit called? I don't remember now.
It was Wreckfest, maybe? No, that's a different game.
That's a different thing.
Yeah.
I forgot what it was called.
They had their own Splatoon though. Foam Stars.
Yeah, Foam Stars.
That
there was
sucked.
another one.
I tried that shit. It was not fun. It was boring and gross looking.
I do remember you playing it. There was something else. Do
you remember the dodgeball game?
The dodgeball game.
That game was good though. City? Knockout City was fucking fire, and they shut that shit down. I was because they added the Ninja Turtles.
That's right.
You could be the fucking Ninja Turtle, and then they were like, "Yeah, we're shutting the game down." Like right after the Turtles were like brought in, right after.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Turtles were brought into Fortnite.
They just bring the Turtles. If the two biggest whores in video games it's fucked up because there are things I love is the Ninja Turtles and Sonic. They will partner with anything. They will hoe themselves out.
They're polyamorous, man. They're looking for partners.
Constantly.
Polyamorous Turtles is this episode's title.
That perfect title.
Yeah.
You know what?
Perfect art title.
Perfect example. In that Sonic that racing game,
yeah,
Turtles were just announced in that. So even Turtles are going with Sonic.
They know what they like.
I guess. Gotta go fast. But yeah, man, I don't. Oh, and what was the was it Bungie? The Bungie game that got in all that hot water for stealing assets.
Yeah, we talked about it 3 weeks ago, but I've already forgotten the name of that as well too. Maybe what's the first? I thought you were gonna write Buns game from Bungie.
Yeah, it is a Buns game from what they were doing.
Buns ass game where they were stealing art. It It was a shooter.
Marathon. Yeah, that's been pushed back
Indefinitely as of this point.
indefinitely. There's no date, no update, no nothing.
Good.
So with all that being said, that whole journey we just went down, a lot of this, because Xbox isn't the only one with layoffs. Obviously, they've had a huge, like, their layoffs are kind of massive and closing studios and shit. But on the low, Sony's closed studios. They've had a bunch of layoffs. Like, it's industry wide.
Yeah.
And at this point, it's like, what is happening? And I feel like everything we've said are the reasons, because games are not, even if the good games aren't being picked up. What's the one that you just ran through? South of Midnight?
Yeah, I'm still playing through it. And it's just, here's the thing with that one. I feel like Xbox is not advertising their games. Like, you would see commercials on TV for games, you know? Like, I don't see them anymore. I see commercials for the consoles, but I don't see the commercials for the games that sell the consoles, which is the insane part. Like, back in the day, it was like, buy this game, and then like it would say on PS5 or in this and this and this. Like, that's but the marketing has shifted to be in our ecosystem and then play the games. It's that's the whole problem.
Now the commercials on the console. Like, if you turn the console on, you'll see the ad for the game. But like, yeah, I don't know. And I don't watch enough. Like, you would think I see a bunch of kids' TV. I got 2 kids in this house, but
yeah, well, they got like Netflix and YouTube TV, so it's like not really TV with like commercials and stuff.
Right. When they're watching stuff, it's not stuff with commercials. Like, Disney Plus does not have commercials, and that's true. They're watching Disney Plus, YouTube, and like Netflix, and none of they don't have commercials. Yeah,
it's kind of sad, honestly.
I don't know. I always look at my son and I'm like, well, if it wasn't for me, how, like, would you know about anything else? Or would you care? Because he's fine with an iPad and Roblox.
Probably not, to be honest with you. I mean, most of the time now, it's probably just word of mouth, like how it was when we were kids, more so. Yeah, but in a way where it's like, obviously, unless they have social media, depending on if their parents give them a cell phone at a young age or some shit like that. But it's like, it's straight up has to just be word of mouth, because they're not getting advertised anymore, pretty much. That or walking into a GameStop brick and mortar shop, like, that's about it.
And then when you do that, they're asking for Italian brain rot.
I wanted to fucking leave.
That might also have to be the name. It's another option for a name too.
Perfect dark Italian brain rot. But yeah, man, so that's happening.
That sounds like a category on a website, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Let's move on from the sad parts of these news, and I guess moving up next, from Video Game Chronicle News, they posted that Halo Studios has teased fans that they won't want to miss its upcoming game event. We look forward to continuing the conversation. So I guess more Halo coming down the line, ironically, from the company who's falling apart at the seams.
If one thing Xbox is not going to get rid of, it's Halo, Gears, and Forza.
Yeah.
They'll just always ride those. But now everyone's going to get that, because everything's an Xbox.
Yeah, true. Even like I think it was during the Steam sale this week, the Master Chief Collection was on sale on Steam. So it's like
crazy. We're in some crazy times right now.
This is where we live.
Yeah.
What we got up next? This one's fucking crazy. I was casually reading this headline and like.
Okay, this is from Video Games Chronicle. Hideo Kojima has said he wants to be the first developer to make a game in space, and that he wants to put himself in a Tom Cruise, in quotes, situation where he risks his life.
And then the tweet that you so lovingly included below it says, from Marco Meatball, Lamau, bro, live your truth.
If that's anyone's truth, it's Hideo Kojima's truth.
Dude, I've been seeing TikToks of this game, of Death Stranding 2, what the
Just moments
fuck
where
is
I'm
this
just like-
video game?
I'm like, am I gonna play this? Like, because every time I see it, I'm like, I don't know what's happening, but part of me wants to experience it.
Yeah,
And it's getting amazing reviews too.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, I started playing the first one, and I said this in a different Discord. I don't think I said it in our Discord, but I started playing Death Stranding 1, and I don't understand what's happening in it. But it genuinely interested me. Genuinely. Like, I was like interested in the story. The gameplay, I feel like the gameplay is very much secondary. Like, you're kind of just there for the crazy shit that's happening, more so than the gameplay. And I've not seen any gameplay from Death Stranding 2. I've exclusively seen cutscenes, and none of which makes sense of how they go together in chronological order, or in any order, or at all why they're happening. Like, I think the craziest one I saw, and slight spoilers, I guess, if you plan to play it, when you're resting as, I guess his name is Sam, whoever Norman Reedus is playing, and you can, like, go to sleep. There's, like, a room that you're in, and you can, like, turn on music. And there's a little, like jukebox type situation. And if you put on a certain song, there's that little puppet that was in the trailer, the little marionette.
Yeah.
And if it's his favorite song or some Doll Man, yeah. You put on his favorite song, and he starts fucking doing this dance to it, in which he magically turns into the K-pop singer and does like a full-on dance with the Doll Man's, like a Doll Man army behind him for no reason. It just happens. And then the birthday thing.
Yeah, I saw the birthday thing.
The fucking birthday.
If you play it on your birthday, that happens.
There's also, I think the one that got me like the most fucked up was there was a guy who walked away from his computer while he was streaming it. And I guess if you're like on a delivery on a certain specific mission, and you have Troy Baker's character, the guy with the guitar, he's in like some sort of like casket looking thing, I guess. And you're like transporting it because, you know, it's USPS, the simulator game. And Sam will just like crouch down on the ground and start like sleeping a little bit. And the casket opens up, and he steps out of the casket after a certain amount of time. And he's like, wakey, wakey. And he wakes him up, and he's like, I can't hold on any longer. And a fucking tentacle comes out of his mouth. And then a tentacle comes out of Norman Reedus's mouth. And they intertwine. And then a bunch of tentacles wrap around their bodies. And then Sam just wakes up.
What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, dude. All I'm saying is he needs to make a game in a car in space with Vin Diesel.
That would be very Hideo.
Honestly, I think Hideo Kojima, as much as I love him working with Norman Reedus, if he got together with motherfucking Vin Diesel, they'd make the most insane shit we'd ever seen in our lifetimes, I think.
With Vin Diesel?
With Vin fucking Diesel, man. Can you imagine what the mind of Vin Diesel, cars in space and all that bullshit can go together with?
Mind? Is he writing those movies?
I'm pretty sure he's a big part of those movies. That's like his franchise.
Yeah, it is his franchise, that's for sure.
He just announced that the new one is coming out. He's like, we're taking it back to LA. The car culture. Street culture.
That. Yeah.
And Brian will be there, even though I don't fucking know. But yeah, Hideo Kojima wants to do some crazy shit. Who would have guessed?
Who would have guessed?
What else do we got up in the news?
Speaking of layoffs, Mind's Eye Studio Build a Rocket Boy has reportedly started mass layoff proceedings with 100 or more staff potentially affected. Now, if anyone has followed the Mind's Eye game saga and how broken that game is,
yeah.
Not that I say I could see it coming, but I want to know the reason. That's what I didn't get into. I should have went in deeper as to why the layoffs are happening, because I'm interested to see if is it because of shoddy work on the game, or the game didn't sell, or where did that land?
Que no los dos.
Yeah, true. Could be.
You know, I don't know.
But,
I mean, I've seen a few things about Mind's Eye, but I literally just it's flown under my radar very much so I haven't really dove into it. But it's fucking annoying seeing more layoffs. That's always gonna be my take, is that it's just like, I don't know. I don't think these are necessary. You know, it feels like whatever the big company man that's making these decisions doesn't know what the fuck he's doing in every single head honcho corporation that's doing it. You know what I mean?
I'm with you.
Yeah.
It's hard out here for the gaming industry.
Yeah. Lighter news, though.
Yeah.
The Hollywood Reporter has confirmed the castings of the Street Fighter live action movie. Now, we had a few previously. I believe the few that we had previously were Roman Reigns as Akuma.
Yeah.
And Jason Momoa as Blanca. Those were ones that we knew of this list. New ones that have been added: Kalina Liang as Chun-Li, Andrew Koji as Ryu, which I think he wasn't he he was in the Snake Eyes G.I. Joe movie, but he was the white ninja. I forget the name of it.
Yeah, I forget the name too.
But that character, I believe that's who he was. And then crazy pull.
But it works so well.
It does work. 50 Cent as Balrog.
Yes.
So that's a thing. Next up, Noah Centineo as Ken Masters. Orville Peck as Vega, which is actually kind of goofy, because I guess he's like a country artist that wears a mask or something.
He's like a...
I don't know.
Who are we talking about?
Orville Peck. I don't know who that is.
Oh, okay, Orville Peck. Okay.
Yeah, isn't he like a country artist, I think?
I have no idea who that is.
I think he's a country artist. If I had to guess, he's got a cowboy hat, but he wears like a mask to cover his face as well, which is funny because Vega wears a mask, so it kind of works out pretty well. And then I think the weirdest one of this whole, like 50 Cent was a crazy pull for that to happen.
Oh yeah, the last one I saw online one morning, it was like, wow.
This one's just like, not in a bad way, it's just weird, you know? Like, unless
it's weird, but with the character who he is, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Andrew Schultz as Dan Hibiki. I'm not opposed. It's just it's such a weird pull.
Listen, all I could think of is he killed that audition.
Oh, for sure.
That's all I could think of.
They were just like, he's gonna get the role or some shit like that, just straight up. You know, like that's what they were riffing with. But
well,
yeah, man.
I saw when I saw 50 get the Balrog role, and then immediately after that, a couple days, I saw Schultz get Dan. Andrew and 50 are cool. So either one of them went in and was like, yo, I think he would be great for this guy. I feel they're cool enough to the point where I was like, maybe they looked out for each other, like, yo, go for this role. Now I don't, that's just me guessing. I have no idea. But with those two, when I saw 50 and Andrew Schultz, I was like, oh, this is going to be now this is more, because I took this movie as like serious. Yeah. Like a serious action movie. And with them two added specifically, I'm like, oh, this is going to be a comedy action movie.
Oh, for sure. There is also a rumor that just came out today. I don't know if you saw. For a specific character of Guile.
I didn't see a Guile. I saw Bison. That got announced today.
Guile is rumored right now to be played by another WWE superstar. Cody Rhodes.
That makes a lot of sense right now.
With Roman Reigns in this, and Guile being, you know, army man, you know, with the blonde hair. You already got the blonde hair with Cody. All you got to do is cover up the really ugly tattoo on his neck. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
So, that's another one.
It's funny because, like, with the addition of these now Cody Rhodes, with the addition of these last like 3 that were announced, I was like, I'm even more interested. Now I'm very interested in this movie. because it looks like it'll just be a good time now.
What's a character that you from Street Fighter that you want to see in this movie that hasn't been talked about yet?
Damn, they got like the go-tos.
What about Zangief?
I mean, Zangief has to be in it. E Honda has to be in it.
Okay, so for Zangief, who you casting? I have an idea of who I would say.
The dude who played oh fuck. What's his name from Thunderbolts?
David Harbour. That's what I was thinking.
Who is this character? I don't know him. I don't know his actor name.
I don't. His actor name is David Harbour. He's from Stranger Things.
No. The
Red
character
Guardian.
Red Guardian. Him.
Yeah, him. I think he could play Zangief pretty well. You did mention M. Bison was announced today. Do you remember who? I forget what his name is.
I don't remember who it was. I just saw it in passing.
David Dastmalchian.
Yeah, I don't know who that is either.
He was Polka Dot Man from the Better Suicide Squad.
Ah, got it. Let me look at some Street Fighter characters.
I'm trying to think. Because, I mean, even E Honda, I don't know who I would pick for that either.
I don't know either. It's a pretty specific body type they'd have to get.
Yeah. What's his name? You know what? He could maybe do it like a slimmer version, maybe.
Who?
The guy who plays Wong in Doctor Strange.
Oh yeah, I guess that would work.
He could probably do it. Fuck. I don't know who else. That it's just the body type that's like so specific, you know? I mean, you could also make that CGI with how crazy shit is nowadays, or even a suit.
Who's gonna play Cammy? Because I can picture like Scarlett Johansson dyeing her hair blonde and being Cammy.
Yeah, I have a different idea. It could be motherfucking Sydney Sweeney. Straight up.
You
just
took
because that's the
thought
fucking
right
shit they
out
would
of
do.
my brain.
Yeah.
I was sitting here like my next question was gonna be like, now, how do they shoehorn Sydney Sweeney into this? Because you know she's gonna show up. Cammy?
I mean, yeah.
She could also be Sakura.
Sakura. I don't know characters like that, so I'm gonna have to. I have to look for a second. One moment.
Sakura. She's like Ryu's like student. She also can do like Hadoukens and stuff.
Yeah, that could be it. I mean, that would be a little bit of a race swap, though, right?
Oh shit! Yeah, you're right. Never mind. Scratch that.
Yeah, I don't know if that would. Here's the thing. They would do it.
Yeah,
Hollywood
right?
is Hollywood, man.
You're right.
That being said, please don't do it. I don't know.
They gotta put Dalsim in it because he's an original. I just don't know who's gonna play that character.
You know who I would love to play Dalsim, and I don't think it would make sense technically, but Rahul Kohli.
I thought of him, but then
just because I think it'd be fun. I don't think he'd be great. I don't know Street Fighter, so like I'm just like Rahul Kohli, put him in the fucking movie. I don't care who he plays, no matter what. Who could he play that's not that?
Like, I thought about like Kal Penn, but he'd have to lose some weight, like some serious weight, if you look at Dalsim.
Yeah, there's so many characters. Jesus Christ.
But those are like the main ones. Like I doubt they're going to put every single character from all of Street Fighter in there, because a lot of these characters are like either lesser known or don't have as big as a role in the overall canon as the ones that are already here and the ones we've already named.
What about Fei Long?
I don't know who's going to be Fei Long. I'm trying to think of some Native American actors, because Fei Long's Native American, but I don't know.
Is he?
Yeah.
It says Hong Kong here.
Wait. Oh shit! I'm wrong person. I'm thinking of T-Hawk, not Fei Long. Fei Long, yeah, that's an interesting one.
Honestly, Crimson Viper I would give to Scarlett Johansson, because that'd be kind of funny. She looks like she's got like a Black Widow outfit on already, so it's kind of just like, hey.
Oh yeah, I see.
You know what I mean?
That does work. That does work.
Give her a chance to like really shine, you know.
With that being said, then I'd give who's the other person from Thunderbolts, the main chick.
Florence Pugh.
Is that her name? She could be Cam.
Yeah, that's her name. Florence fucking Pugh rocks, dude.
I mean, she's fine. I knew that about her.
Nah, dude, she's a fucking amazing actress. You gotta watch some of her movies. I really want to watch the one she did with Andrew Garfield. Looks sad. I could use a good cry. You know what I'm saying?
Can't we all? What movie is that?
It's called We Live in Time. It's like
I don't think I've ever heard of it.
It's like a romance movie, but also it's like sad because I think she gets cancer and they have like a kid.
Damn.
And then like there's this one scene that thank you whoever just drove past my street and made that loud noise.
I was about to say, what the fuck? I'm in my
headphones. I have no idea. But pretty much like I guess she tries to like go to school for like cooking and stuff while she's doing her chemo treatments, and like they have the child, and it's like this very like emotionally wrecking scene, and I'm like, oh, I want to watch this shit and cry about it. Let's go fucking go.
Right.
They fucking cry like a bitch.
Can't wait to shed these tears.
You man. And plus also like, Andrew Garfield's great, so there's that.
Well, yeah.
But yeah.
Of course that.
Yeah. Do we have any other more news stories for the day? 'Cause we're right at the hour mark for
that was
this
the
news
last
episode.
That was the last headline. One thing that I did see that I didn't put in here is Switch 2, in its short time that it's been out, has already sold 5 million consoles, making it the fastest selling debut of any console ever.
Hell yeah.
I think that's in part due to just being ready and available, because they're in stock like every other day.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, I was talking to one of my friends earlier. I can't remember the last console that was just this available.
I've not seen a singular PS5 on a shelf since release.
Have I seen one of those on a shelf? I guess I'm not looking for it.
I'm not looking for it, but I walk past the video game section, and every time I look where the PS5 should be, there is not PS5s. There's PSVR, and there's a bunch of controllers, and the headset. There is never, and there has never been a console once, anytime that I've been in a Walmart, a Target, a GameStop, or a Best Buy. At least in my area, I've never seen one since release.
That makes sense, because they're still selling.
They're selling for sure, but they're not like available almost in stores, if that makes sense. Like you,
That's weird, because then that leads me to believe that you only can get it by shopping online.
Yeah, probably. That might be the case. Man. I mean, also that's just my area. That might be just an isolated incident, and everyone's buying them before I have a chance to visually see them. But I also go grocery shopping every fucking week, or every other week, or some. You know, like I go enough that I should have seen a fucking PS5 in a box by now. You know, but I haven't. They're just not fucking there. But Switch 2s, they're there. And it's what, wild. A month after release or so, which slightly, I guess this is news, unfortunate news, sadly, at the end of this video, more so for our videos. We made a video of the Nintendo Switch 2 release, and we were testing out some lav mics that we got. And on my phone, when I was like watching the videos back, everything sounded great and fine, but also that just could be because phone speakers and whatnot. And when I imported all the files to my computer, every single video's audio is fucked.
What happened there?
I don't know. So we're going to have to do a lot more testing, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Honestly, there's a part of me that wants to try and use them for a live stream, maybe. Like on Twitch when we're in person again. We're going to be recording in person next week. So we'll probably have a chance to do some live stream stuff. Maybe play some Mario Kart where the audio is not blaring over on top of us the entire time.
Oh, yeah.
And you can redeem yourself from your 1 point loss. We'll see how that goes.
Oh, that was
maybe.
such bullshit, though.
Or maybe I'll just hold the championship a little bit longer.
That was about to be the most monumental comeback, and I lost by a point. A single point.
But that has been the news. We appreciate y'all for being here. If this is your first Save Before Quitting video, make sure you drop a like, follow, and subscribe, and all that jazz that you say when you're making content and shit. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. Save letter B and number 4 quitting. Titty. It's the same thing every single place. Letter B, number 4 quitting. If you'd like to send us an email to just, get some words in, give us a email chain where if we don't send it to 10 friends, you die and a ghost will chase you or something. Send us that. Yeah, Save Before Quitting, fully spelled out, BEFORE. At gmail.com, and then also our website, savebeforequitting.com, where you can pick up some merch like this. We have hats, we got baby clothes, we got socks, we got bottles, we got options. That's the
we
main
do it
thing.
all, ladies and gentlemen.
We got it all. We do it all. New merch coming soon, apparently. Coach Kingley jerseys. Because
gotta do it now.
I said it. I gotta do it. Honestly, I'll start mocking that up maybe like right after we're done recording, to be honest. And then this will be out soon, obviously. We got Patreon podcast to record. We'll probably maybe do that maybe on Sunday if you have some free time. I don't know.
I'm down. I got time.
Yeah, because
after today, I'm off until Tuesday.
Hell yeah. I have some plans this weekend. Some plans, which we'll talk about on Patreon most likely. Not in like super detail, but life's been life. Yeah, life's. If you want to learn about life and what our lives have been,
you can learn from Coach Kingley.
Learn from Coach Kingley.
Teach the boys about life so they're not worried about Italian brain.
I don't even know how I got here. But thank you guys for watching. We appreciate you as always, and we'll see you guys next time. Make sure before you learn your life lessons, you always save
before quitting.
See you guys next week.
Peace.
Did you like that video?
We know you did.
If so, you can check out this video right here. Or that one right there, which YouTube suggested just for your nerdy gamer person self. Like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you always
save before quitting.